All right, everybody out there. What's going on? Today's date is May 8th, 2023. This is Rochester Headlines and Reviews with your boy, Hindi the Great. Never late. Don't forget to bring me the plate. Today's episode sponsored by D Corp Industries and Hindi's Tees and Prints. Now taking orders. So you can reach out and touch a shirt or whatever you want. We got you. And also by hashtag nobody cares. It's the movement. So today's Rochester news, but besides I do not own the rights to the music played. Had to bring you guys on with some Donnie today, boy. Just a jealous guy. I think you guys understand the song though. Alright, so we're gonna get into some news today. Let's see what we got here. See, me playing that song gonna make me look up. Oh, matter of fact, let me. Oh, look at this. Man accused of pointing gun at officer in Rochester during chase. Oh, let's read it. What happened there? Pointed the gun. Back up off me. It's real out there in the field, man. It's real out there. You never know what can happen, man. Anyways, Rochester, New York, a man who allegedly pointed a handgun, at officers faces several charges after being arrested following a chase early Sunday. Police attempted to stop a vehicle in the area of Emerson and Curlew Streets around 1 a.m. that was believed to have been involved in a menacing incident Saturday on Alphonse Street. Emerson and Curlew, that's my area. It was back in around the times. All my people still over there. You already know J.O. was that. My boy John still live over there in Junior. That's the dad live right there in the corner of Curtis. So that's the hood. That's still around, Villa Street, Woo, Michigan, Emerson, around there. Anyways, police attempted to stop a vehicle in the area over there. The vehicle led a police on a chase that ended about 15 minutes in a vacant lot on Roar Street. Police said that's where the driver got out of the vehicle and ran while holding a gun, pointing it at a patrol car as officers chased him. Officers took the man into custody on Portland Avenue, recovering a stolen .40 caliber Beretta loaded with 8 rounds. Davion Ellison Edwards, 23, is charged with menacing a police officer, assault, 3 counts of criminal possession of a weapon, and various traffic infractions. Ellison Edwards was on probation for a previous weapon conviction. Police also served a 37-year-old male passenger with an outstanding warrant for menacing. Y'all got to do better out here, man. What's going on, man? One officer was injured during the pursuit and arrest. He was treated at a local hospital and released. Dang. Well, That's how it goes, man. Out there in the streets, you gotta have that blicky on, sometimes protection, but do the right thing. Don't be out there moving all reckless and crazy. You gotta be smart, man. Stay out the police face, man. Police, they got a job. It's to serve and protect. Some of them do it, some of them don't. Some of them just want to get on your back about things. You know, they don't got the best reputation, but it's their, they got a job, I guess. Anyways, here's another one. A man and a boy arrested for a carjacking on the city's southwest side. That's where I'm at right now, southwest side. So, Rochester police have a man and a boy in custody for a late night carjacking on the city's southwest side. Police say a woman was sitting in her car on Flint Street when the suspects took the car at gunpoint. Police spotted it minutes later, but the driver refused to pull over. The chase ended when the driver crashed into a parked car on Genesee Street. The thieves made a run for it, but police caught up with both of them. Charges are pending. I don't mean to get go laugh. I just know, man, it's a due process, man. And it's a part of the, it's all a part of the journey. I finally understand that part. That was Mike's daughter used to say that all the time. Shout out to you. I forget the name. I think it was Courtney or something like that. But she used to always say that it's a part of the journey. It's a part of the journey. Yeah, it is. You know. Oh, let me read this one. It's my boy Peasy cousin right here. God bless his dad. Rest in peace. My condolences to my man Petey, my boy Peasy. His cousin passed away in a motorcycle accident in Irondequoit. Condolences to the family on that one, man. That was a sad situation there. I'm gonna read the story about it though. Motorcyclist dies in crash in Irondequoit. A motorcyclist died after crashing into another vehicle on Seneca Avenue on Sunday afternoon, according to Irondequoit police. The crash occurred just before 3 p.m. as a motorcyclist traveling south on Seneca Avenue struck a westbound vehicle crossing Seneca Avenue at Northfield Road, causing the vehicle to spin around. Police said the 37-year-old motorcyclist was thrown from his motorcycle. He was taken to Strong Memorial Hospital, where he died from his injuries, according to police. The driver of the second vehicle, a 25-year-old, was not injured in the crash and cooperated with police. Officers said it appeared that speed was a factor in the crash and that no tickets were issued on Sunday. That's it. Yeah, my condolences to my man Peasy. It's a rough situation when it's hit close to home, man, and that kind of situation is definitely a rough situation, man. So my condolences to y'all for sure. Oh, let's read this one here. This one's a pretty good one. It's about the Mayor Evans. Shout out to Mayor Evans. All right, Mayor Evans announces grant funding to help increase access to healthy foods in Rochester. Now that is a good thing. We need healthy foods here, man. We need our younger generation to do the right thing, man. Eat healthy, be healthy, think healthy, live healthy. I'm a prime example, huh? I know I got the diabetes type 1. I'm working on it, y'all. I ain't gonna trip. I'm really working on it. I'm taking my insulin, getting my exams. Diabetes is a long lasting fight, so changing the diet, things like that. That's how you win. Exercise, just monitor your health. Be more on it. You know what I mean? Like it's a big thing. But you got to make those healthy foods taste good. Y'all got to make those healthy foods taste good, man. Healthy foods don't taste the best all the time. All right, here we go. The city of Rochester will invest $5 million, $5 million in American Rescue Plan Act funds to increase the availability of healthy foods to city residents. Today, in a press conference in which the mayor and city council president Miguel Melendez decried the pending closure of the Rite Aid pharmacy at 535 Portland Avenue, the city confirmed it is making $2 million available to local businesses through a notice of funding availability for a healthy food grants program. Though the grants program, the city has been working with existing businesses that are seeking to increase their inventory of healthy foods, purchase equipment to hold, display the store, display and store healthy food options, and make renovations and expansions to display and or expand healthy food options. The city is accepting applications for the Healthy Food Grants program through Friday, May 19th. That's the deadline, Friday, May 19th, guys. Get on it. We have been working on these strategies for expanding access to healthy foods for city residents for many months, said Mayor Evans. I am disappointed that another pharmacy closure will overshadow these promising efforts, but I will not allow this development to weaken our commitment to investing in healthy and strong neighborhoods. All right, now that sounds good to me, man. We need healthy and strong neighborhoods to rebuild these neighborhoods and make them the way, you know, the vision for the vision. We need healthy neighborhoods for the vision. The financial assistance is available to neighborhood markets, meat markets, small scale grocers, specialty food stores, wholesalers, and restaurants that focus on healthy foods or are looking to sell healthy, affordable grocery or specialty food items. Also eligible to receive support are caterers, food carts, and food trucks that are seeking to establish a physical retail location. Oh, get your money, man. I was thinking about doing that food truck thing, and they're giving out the money. Individual grant amounts will be subject to funding availability and the quality of proposals received, but could range between $25,000 and $250,000. Man, we need to get healthy out here. We need to get a store out here and get that money out here. Proposals are currently being accepted at www.cityofrochester.gov/business resources. Beyond the current NOFA, the city is working to establish additional methods of bringing healthy and affordable food options to city residents, including developing a community wide food system plan and an alternative non traditional retail strategies to increase access to healthy foods. As for the pending closure of the Portland Avenue Rite Aid location, Mayor Evans was joined by City Council President Miguel Melendez, City Council Member Michael Patterson, and administration leaders, including Neighborhood and Business Development Commissioner Dana Miller and RPD Chief David Smith, to express his deep frustration. We work closely with businesses in the city and have been extremely proactive in trying to reach out to collaborate and work through any concerns Friday might have had about his Portland Ave store, the mayor said. It's unacceptable that this company would walk away from a community that has supported them for so many years without so much as a phone call or an attempt to connect with us. which is true because that Rite Aid has been there forever. I can verify that, and then for them to just walk out like that, hey, it's business. Business is business, and you can't get mad at business. You can't take business personal because that's two different things. You take business personal, guess what's going to happen to you? You're going to be really frustrated about it. Really, really frustrated about it. All right, let's do some sports. Let's check out what's going on in the sports world here. Oh, we got the PGA coming. All right, Visit Rochester prepares to welcome PGA Championship visitors. Finally, the calendar is starting to come into view. PGA of America is kicking off the 105th PGA Championship next week at Oak Hill Country Club. Shout out to Oak Hill, very nice place. If you get a chance to go there, definitely check it out. Real nice, very nice inside. Their greenway is really good. I golf, by the way. It is a nice place. So this week marks the start of National Travel and Tourism Week, with Visit Rochester highlighting all the ways the region is preparing to welcome players, families, spectators, and fans alike. County and city leaders gathered Monday afternoon to showcase all of the work being done to help folks during their time in Rochester for the PGA Championship. The goal is to not only ensure visitors have a seamless trip for the golf, but also to truly help people feel welcome in the community and hopefully explore all Rochester has to offer. There are now welcome signs at the airport, along with 80 posters featuring the coveted Wanamaker Trophy distributed all hotels across the county, complete with QR code pamphlets for more guides online. There are also 5 digital billboards, along with 590 and 490, a dining guide for players and their families, along with a spectator's guide with maps, suggestions for restaurants, attractions, and more. All right, Rochester, make them feel welcome. Come on now, we need more uh, revenue in the area. I say revenue in the area. When you bring that, you bring revenue, so that's a good thing. Oh, look, even Josh Allen gonna be there golfing with everybody after the game. That's what I'm talking about, Josh. Get back. Get back, get back. Alright, now let me do something here about the national news. Oh, did you guys hear about this one? Let's go here. Driver in deadly Texas crash charged with manslaughter. They gave him manslaughter. This guy mauled down like 7 people in his car and killed them. Texas, what's up, man? Y'all got like 20 bodies in like 2, 3 weeks, boy. Y'all getting 10 a week at least. 10, 20, boy. Praying for you, Texas. Praying for you. All right, this is in Brownsville, Texas. An SUV driver who killed 8 people when he slammed into a group waiting at a bus stop in Brownsville, Texas, was charged with manslaughter, police said Monday, as investigators tried to determine if the crash was intentional. Authorities believe driver George Alvarez, 34, of Brownsville, lost control after running a red light Sunday morning and plowed into a crowd outside a migrant center in the city, which has long been an epicenter for migration across the U.S. Mexico border. Condolences to the families. Police Chief Felix Sauceda said Alvarez was charged with 8 counts of manslaughter and 10 counts of aggravated assault with a deadly weapon. That's big. Officials are awaiting toxicology reports to determine whether Alvarez was intoxicated, Sauceda said, adding that there was no motive that he could discuss. Asked about reports from witnesses that Alvarez was cursing at them, Sauceda said there was nothing to confirm that yet. The SUV ran a red light, lost control, flipped on its side, and hit 18 people, Sauceda told reports Monday morning. 6 people died on the scene and 12 people were critically injured, he said. Officials have said the death toll rose later. Alvarez tried to flee, but was held down by several people on the scene, he said. His bail was set at $3.6 million. 3.6 million for that bail, boy. Woo! My highest bail was $250,000. I ain't gone front $250,000. That's what they thought I was worth. They ain't know I was really worth millions. I manifested. Millions is coming, baby. Anyways, victims struck by the vehicle were waiting for the bus to return to downtown Brownsville after spending the night at the Bishop Enrique San Pedro Onsanam Center, said Sister Norma Pimentel, Executive Director of Catholic Charities of the Rio Grande Valley. The center is the only overnight shelter in the city and manages the release of thousands of migrants from federal custody. The victims were all male, and several of them from Venezuela, Sauceda said. The department is working with representatives of Venezuela and other countries. Law enforcement and shelter officials have not made public the identities of the victims killed. Surveillance video from the Ozanam Center showed some of the victims sitting on the curb when they were hit at the bus stop. This SUV, a Range Rover, oh, that's what I wanted, a Range Rover flipped over, he was in. Just ran the light that was about 100 feet, that's 30 meters away, and just went through the people who were sitting there in the bus stop, said shelter director Victor Maldonado, who reviewed the surveillance video. Some people walking on the sidewalk about 30 feet, 9 meters, from the main group were also hit, Maldonado said. On Monday morning, Jackson Duarte, 30, a Venezuelan migrant, was sporting a haircut from a friend he made at the Ozanam shelter where they were both staying. It was the last haircut he'd received from him. Duarte said 3 people he met at the shelter were among the victims. 2 of them died, while a third is in the hospital with a missing limb. He said one of his friends who was killed was a barber, and the other was a young man who had recently celebrated a birthday. Shortly before the crash, Duarte had decided to share an Uber with a friend rather than wait for the bus downtown. It was during that ride that Duarte began receiving messages about the fatal accident through WhatsApp. When I got there, the survivors had already been taken. I counted about 7 people who had died, Duarte recalled. Duarte said his friend, whom he described as a studious and ambitious young man, was going downtown to reunite with his mother after crossing the border. Only Duarte made it to the bus station. Sad. Unfortunately, I had to share that with his mom, Duarte said. She was desperate because her son had just turned 18 years old and they had gone through so much trying to get here just so that he'd lose his life here. Duarte's other friend, the barber, was also heading downtown to look for a cell phone after raising money by offering haircuts, he had told Duarte. Duarte said his friend told him, "We'll see each other in a bit," and that it was one of the last things his friend would say to him. It hit me really hard. I still feel bad. I don't believe it. I don't feel well. I couldn't sleep all night, Duarte said, breaking down as he thought about his friends who lost their lives. I think the community as a whole is in mourning for the loss of the souls, Cameron County Judge Eddie Trevino said Monday. It's a terrible, tragic event, and regardless whether it was intentional or accidental, it doesn't matter. Those now 8 individuals that lost their lives and the other 10 that are hospitalized, we're praying for them and for their families. No news was shared indicating whether the driver struck the group of people intentionally as a hate crime. Now, hold on, they can't say this. Well, I mean, they could. Of course, the media is going to tell you this. But this guy was Spanish. He was Spanish. Not to say that, hey, people don't beef. But why he going to go and run over 20 people of his own kind? Come on, man. You think he didn't do that intentional? No. Who would have known the brakes could have went out or something? Something like that happened out in Raleigh last year, or the beginning of this year, where the little girls got ran over by the dude. You think that was a hate crime? No, it was an accident. His brakes lost, and he ran them over. Yeah, that happened, and it was on. It was one of the major parades. It's like the I think it might have been a Christmas parade. It might have been Christmas or it might have been one of those. But yeah, it happened though. You know? It's crazy, man. Okay. And they said roughly 30,000 migrants, mostly from Venezuela, have entered the U.S. and the region since mid April. That's compared with 1,700 migrants Border Patrol agents encountered in the first 2 weeks of April. So, I mean, that's a chance you take, man. In life, like I said, in life, there's variables, man. Just got to be aware of your surroundings. In that kind of situation, that was an accident, man. A lot of people lost their lives, and a lot of people got injured. Yes, trust me, it's a terrible, very tragic. Like the judge said, it's tragic. But now they're trying to say it's intentional. They want a fall guy. You know what I mean? That's crazy. You know. That's gonna be my last one for today, guys. Leave you with a little bit of Donnie here. Leave you with a little bit of hope for the future. We need that nowadays. Remember, put your faith in God and just let Him lead you. Someday we'll all be free. Shout out to Five Below. Got the commercial real quick. You know. Remember, go shop at Five Below. One of my favorite places to go. I ain't going front. They got it for the low. Five Below. They also got $10 stuff, which is they should call it 10 Below. That's what I'm talking about. Y'all just vibe with get you down. Things are moving fast. It's moving too fast sometimes. Yes, man. Keep your stride. Forward motion. Keep that forward motion going, man. As long as you're still living, you got a chance, man.